Do you have a general thought of the CMO should own customer experience? It's a kind of a big question that comes up a lot. Like, should they? And listen, I'm gonna give you a little insight to the question. We happen to know from research that MMA has done is that when the CMO does own customer experience, the company does financially better.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's a lot of I mean, I'm not no opposition to CDOs, obviously, but sometimes CDOs own it. Sometimes it feels like customer experience doesn't sit with a CMO. I don't know.
I
You have a
think
point
it
of
can
view?
work. I don't, my perspective is a strong CMO should have a lot of skin in the game there, right? They need to
Yeah,
care and they should be
yeah.
able to influence it.
And
Whether it sits with them formally or not.
why is it important they have that role? I'm sorry, just go one more step on why you make that statement. I think maybe it's obvious, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, could be circular because I guess it depends on like the definition of what the CMO role is. And up front, we said everyone has a different definition. So if you
True.
align on that, and my definition would be, they not only own growing the company and getting new customers in, but they are one of the owners and should care as much or more than anyone about how do you retain and get the most out of those customers that you've already brought in. How do you
Got
retain them and how do you get more share of wallet and all of that. So if they don't have any ability to influence the customer experience once they've brought them in the door, right, they are not set up
hmm
for success because they're getting those customers in based on an assumption of a lifetime value that they're going to, hopefully get or be able to drive.
Yeah.
And if the customer experience is owned by someone who is very cost oriented only and is doing things that make customers leave,
Yeah.
then it's going to be very hard to support that acquisition cost that they were assuming would be supported by a specific LTV. So I
Okay.
guess they should, the CMO, a great one,
Yep.
would really be paying close attention to how much it costs to get different audiences in the door and sign up, and
Yeah.
also thinking about how do we maximize the share of wallet we're getting from them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So both of those things one can come down ideally, and one can go up,
Yeah.
and you can grow the business that way. And
Yeah.
customer experience is a huge part of that second part, that LTV component.
Yeah, and then you get to the long term. Yeah, what is the lifetime value of that customer or long-term value of that customer? It's surprising me the number of CMOs I think that aren't oriented towards that kind of metric. It does feel like, and you would have especially had that in Wayfair, I imagine, right? But like that was critical. LTV. I'm sure you guys lived and died by LTV, correct?
Yeah, we weren't it's not a subscription model, right? It's transactional at the
Okay.
end of the day.
But
So
yeah, so
we put a lot of
there's a
effort.
lifetime would be long in some cases. You don't buy furniture every other day,
Right,
right?
but it's a massive lever. If we can do a better job, once we get them in and to purchase
Yeah,
from us, we have their email, we have their address,
yeah,
right? We know we have their digital footprint.
yeah,
That is the best customer to continue to market towards,
yeah,
to have them think about buying for us for future purchase occasions.
yeah.
Because we can do it through free channels, right? We don't have to spend money to continue to market to them at this point. So we
Correct.
did spend a lot of time. And we do the same thing at Zoe, right? We only have like
Yeah,
2 product lines right now, but we have a lot of people that are in our ecosystem who have not yet purchased from us, but are avid listeners of our podcast, consume every newsletter we put out every week when we're putting out, our email newsletter. They just love the content. They love
right,
Zoe.
right.
So we think about what are the moments and to talk to them about our paid products, right?
Right.
How do we get them to convert? And those that
Yeah.
have converted, the question is, what are the moments and how do we frame up the other products that we sell that we can get them into as well?
Right.
Um, you know, the job's
Hey,
not done once
hey,
you get them into the ecosystem.